You guys say thank you for the advice. What's the name of that one?
As a computer science person, was there any course related to
cloud?
I think that cloud computing as probably a subject or a course should be taught more in schools. You studied computer science,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to another soft pod episode, and my name is Bololuwa. With me is Wu.
Yeah, it's Precious.
Hi Precious.
Welcome again.
Thank you. What are we speaking about today?
All right, today we're deliberating on something that most Nigerians, they do it, they engage in it, but they don't really know what it's all about.
Okay, what's that?
That is cloud computing.
Cloud computing.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it like cloud?
Yeah,
like the raining cloud, the cloudy cloud.
Exactly what I wanted to say. Once most Nigerians hear about cloud, they just think about just the sky.
Yeah.
The literal.
And I'm sure we are both in that show. I was once in that show, so
everyone
yeah
was once in that particular space. But I mean, life has come to help us to understand
which life.
Advancement in life technology.
It's just because I work with SoftGem, and SoftGem is an AWS advanced here. That is why I am aware. Not life. If I wasn't working in a technological company that has to do with AWS, I probably would not know anything about it. You know that, right?
That's true. That's true.
So don't say life.
I mean, pardon. My pardon.
No problem.
All right. So I would say it's something that we all do, business owners, individuals, people in IT, and even we that use phones, we tend to put things online, storage, and then we also tend to store our things that we don't see it when we store it.
Yeah.
Then where does it go to?
Okay, so let's get right into it. What is cloud computing?
Well,
or what do you think cloud computing is?
Well, for enlightenment, in a very simple term, cloud computing is storing of information, storing of our data, putting it on internet. Okay. That's all about.
So you're just basically keeping your information, your photos, your videos in a space on the cloud.
Exactly.
Instead of an hard drive, right?
Instead of the hard drive, instead of something you can
I remember then when we used to use a flash drive.
Exactly.
We used to.
But when last do you see someone use it?
It's still around though.
I know, but it's not common.
But it's not more common.
It's people who are still using the old method.
Yeah.
Like maybe when you go to these old cafes, but advanced ones, advanced life, people no longer use hard, memory storage. Everything now is being stored on cloud, which is the internet.
Okay,
exactly. Yeah. So we are saying all this to help people out there to know that yes, actually, every day to day, they are engaging on cloud, not knowing it.
Okay, when you say every day they are engaging on cloud, can you give me a practical example? Because for instance, now I take photos, I do videos, and I just put it on my phone. Is it automatically saved to the cloud, or it is still on my phone? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I would say half is being saved on the cloud, while also you can also have it on your phone storage. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take for example, we do backup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you say?
Especially all this WhatsApp backup, like
exactly.
Because I know that WhatsApp is always asking you to back up your messages, back up your videos, back up your. Yeah, I guess what you're saying.
So that once.
Because you are saying that our the backup that we are backing up is actually going to the cloud.
It's going somewhere.
It's going somewhere.
That is the cloud.
Oh,
exactly.
Okay.
So that's why once you lose your phone or you lose probably the main one that you have on hand, you understand what I'm saying? So once you lose it, you can always get it back, especially when you're trying to retrieve it. So that's why there's always a backup space for in fact, almost all devices and almost all gadgets that you can probably find today.
Business.
Oh yeah, business owners.
As a business owner.
Yeah.
I think you should define that, because in my own head, when I heard a business owner, I was thinking, the proper shop. If I have a shop now that I'm selling drinks, or if I have like a canteen that I'm selling food, or if I have a boutique that I'm selling clothes, what do I have to do with cloud?
Okay, good.
Do you understand?
Good.
So I think there are specific kind of business related operations that has to do with cloud. Not necessarily all businesses, right? So what kind of business do you think is cloud-based operated?
Yeah, before I would say a particular business, earlier the years, people used to buy very expensive memory space just for them to store their information. I mean, business people, you understand, just to store their
If
information.
you say business people buy memory space, is it like memory card?
Memory card, yes, exactly.
Okay.
Memory card. In fact, remember back then we used to have like 4 gig, we used to have like 8 gig, and we used to have like 16 gig.
Yeah.
The gig keeps.
I still have a phone that uses the memory card, child. I still have an Android that uses the memory.
What Android is that? Because
Samsung. Yes.
The recent Android versions of phone, do they still use memory card?
No, of course, the recent one probably not. But I remember, I'm just saying that yes, there are phones that use memory card, and there are still phones. There are still people that actually use memory card.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Have you noticed that once let's say your phone storage, the current updated phones that we are using,
especially on this iPhone,
once the memory is filled up.
Is filled like
so what did they ask you to do?
Buy iCloud. Exactly. I don't want to buy any iCloud.
So they ask you now to buy a what?
Yes, space.
Space. Where?
iCloud now.
Exactly what I'm saying. So you see what we're saying?
I get.
So I mean, we have bigger companies, like for example, Softgem is also one of them. They are business that probably use everything on cloud. Almost all businesses you can find in Nigeria and other Western world that is advanced, they're no longer using, hard drive and the rest. Even the list of provision stores that they call supermarket and then the rest, everything is being saved.
Really?
Yes, of course. That's why once you go there, they can easily scan it and then give you the price and then the rest. That's been saved on cloud.
That's making sense.
Exactly.
So, like for example, now if I want to. But I just want to understand better what this cloud operations. Can you give me examples of some cloud services that are around?
Okay.
But I know those are for the big ballers, Well, let's give me some examples of some cloud operations that are around.
One of the cloud services we have iCloud Apple, and then we also have AWS,
okay,
the one we are currently on. And also, we also have a Google Cloud platform. And also,
by the way, do you know that
we have a lot of them?
We have
a lot of them.
Well, do you know that Softgem is an official AWS partner that doesn't help like small business, Nigerian business, they bring them under AWS?
Of course.
Okay. And this is just confirming for you.
And then, AWS is the biggest cloud platform all over the world. So a lot of people should try to be familiar with it, especially now that they have partners in Nigeria, known as Softgem. So we're always there to help them with their various cloud computing issues and then the rest. So
that's good to know. Thank you for the advice.
Yeah.
Advice now.
This guy said thank you for the advice. What's that one?
Do you know that some businesses still use physical infrastructure and cloud operations also, like banks and the likes?
Yeah.
Because it's actually important to be online at the same time offline. Do you know what that means? Do you understand what I just said?
Yeah, of course I know what you just said.
Okay.
No.
So I feel like not only is it like, if you're talking on a larger scale, banks and the likes, they will always have physical infrastructures for backup.
Yeah.
And it is very important. But that is going on a much more larger scale than what we're talking about. So bringing it back to you, the medium or small scale, what do you have for people that actually still store their details on probably memory card or probably flash drives and the likes, even though I don't think they are people that actually still do that?
Okay, so I would say it's two ways, you understand? So like you mentioned before, bigger companies like banks and then the rest and other organizations, they usually have it two ways, you understand? So one is being stored on cloud, and also they usually have the physical one that they can always fall back to. But that cloud one is always there for you to access as long as you have the right information to access it. So but if in case that you lose access to it, you can always fall back to the the one that you have on your hard drive. I mean, it goes both ways, but life has gone beyond that. Everything now is being done on cloud.
Everything is being digitalized. Digitalized.
So, exactly. I mean, Nigerians in at large, they all put their systems, everything on them online. Their photos, the message, and even
online, like
yeah, everything is being stored on cloud.
Okay.
So, yeah. So in fact, you see, there's one bigger part that we all need to know.
All right. What's that?
You see, these cloud companies all over the world. I mean, like companies like AWS, now, for example, they know much information about we, for example, Nigerians that are probably putting up all our details online. They know more about us even than the particular government. I mean, Nigeria government know their citizens at large, because everything we do goes to cloud, and then everything is being saved over there. So they take more record of us than even the Nigeria government. I mean, the government at large knows about we, the citizens. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Exactly.
I think I get your point. So did you know anything about clouds before now? Like, do you know anything that your details, your photos, videos have been saved on cloud before now? Do you have an idea? Me, I'm not even like, I had no idea. Until I started in my research, and she started in my studies, and like that's when I just realized that, oh really? So most of our stuff are actually being saved not on our phones or on the cloud, not on the laptop, on the cloud. So did you know that before now?
Before now, right? I would say no. It was during uni period, when we were discussing one of the topics about cloud. That was when I got to it. In fact, I heard or probably have the main meaning of it, you understand. But I used to hear it to clack, but I never knew what it means, and then I was never interested about it, because it wasn't really something I thought was beneficial to me. You understand what I'm saying? Because back then we were just using memory card, keep upgrading our memory card. That was what I was just used to back then.
Well,
but with time, everything has advanced.
But there's also the issue of trust. Do you know? Do you trust all these companies enough to keep your details safe? I don't want to bring this up, but I remember there was a news around where there was a cyber security breach.
Okay.
Where I mentioned the company. Right?
Yeah. They were listed companies.
Yeah, there were listed companies of affected people that they were even advised to go and remove their money from this particular place if you have money there, or go and remove something from this particular place. So I feel like there's a lot going on. I know that clouds can be the try as much as possible to be safe, but then there's also like a disadvantage of you keeping all your details, all your information, and the likes on this. Do you trust them enough for our details to be out there? Even though I don't think we have a choice, right?
Okay, I mean,
but do you trust them enough for your details to be out there?
Yes, yes, I would say yes, because everything has advanced. Before we are used to keeping things within ourselves or probably having it at hand. But right now, because of the technology and advancement, how things are, moving. So, as technology is moving, you also need to improve and also move with the advancement of technology. You don't have to still be operating with the old system. You understand?
Yeah.
So I mean, we have to trust it, and everything is being secured. Don't worry, everything is being secured.
I don't even think we have a choice. I don't think we have a choice.
No, some have a choice. So you might choose to. But there's one way or the other. You still have to put it online, unknowingly or unknowingly.
Actually, knowingly or unknowingly.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you think that cloud computing as probably a subject or a course should be taught more in schools? You studied computer science, right?
Of course, yeah. They should have a particular course that should enlighten students.
As a computer science person, was there any course related to
cloud
computing?
I would say no.
Okay.
I would say no. But I will encourage Nigeria. For outside country, I know it must have been operating because I don't know much about over there because I'm not there. But for Nigerians, I will advise that the university institutions should try to inculcate this into the syllabus, especially either on 100 level or 200 level, because 100 level there seems to be a general computer science course that every student tends to go through. So it should be through that process that they should educate these ones about cloud and also help them to see that everything is being saved cloud. That's what I'm saying.
So that you will not be naive, have you?
Exactly. I mean, I just want to bring up a point right now. Remember back then, those people who went to school like 20 years ago, they usually do things manually. Yeah, you write your exam manually with pen and paper. When you want to check your result, you go to the board, the notice board, the result board to go and check it.
I was in 200 level, but I think I was in 200 level when I last checked my result on the board.
Serious?
Yes.
You did check that?
I did. It was 200 level. I will not even lie. So, they pasted our results on the board. I still remember 200 level where everybody used to watch to go and check their results. But as time goes on, you just check it on your phone.
In fact,
access your dashboard on your phone, your student profile. And if you don't remember your password, now you have it. That was always a thing. That time, forgetting I remember your password then.
Exactly. So we just have to bring up this particular area so that people will tend to understand or know more points that we're trying to say about this cloud, because people that wrote JAM, people that wrote WAEC, a lot of things now they write it online.
Yeah.
They write it through their laptop and everything is being submitted online. Everything happens on cloud. That's what I'm saying. So
everything happens on cloud.
Even your result.
Yes. Even the result is now online. Yeah. So intentionally or as you said earlier, intentionally or unintentionally, everybody is just still involved in keeping their details on the cloud.
Yeah.
Whether you know it or not.
Yes.
Okay, so rounding off, is there anything left you want to tell us? Is there anything you want to take or leave? Or drop any wise words, any motivation, anything to go on?
Yeah, all I just want to say is with Nigerians now are aware of what cloud computing is all about, and also they also know that yes, everything that they are being uploaded, everything that is being uploaded online goes to stay or probably store on cloud. So they can make use of it more and more.
Okay.
And also try to see areas in which they need to probably learn more or probably advance. I mean, for other for institutions, they should also try to inculcate or probably put it on their syllabus to help those ones who are in uni to get more knowledge.
You might be surprised already there.
Because probably because I'm no longer there. Because
I might be surprised
cloud is taking all over the world, and everything is being done over there. So
in fact, I feel like our next topic should be about AI or no AI. This AI era is getting serious.
Yeah.
Because you know that AI is just a part of this cloud thing.
Of course.
Maybe not. Anyways.
That's why once you throw question to AI, it just gives you a few seconds and then gives you back.
And then that's why you're able to always go back to whatever previous messages you've asked AI for you to even keep up.
Saved.
It's been saved.
Exactly. That's the point.
So before you go, do you have anything you want to tell us or to let us know?
Yeah, I want to say it out there to the general public, or probably especially to Nigerians, that SoftGem is always out there to help you to get more knowledge or more information, or probably to help you to navigate more about cloud computing, especially now that we are AWS partner in Africa. So we are always there to help you. So if you need any help, you can get us in touch with online SoftGem Global Technologies. We're always out there to help you get more knowledge on cloud computing.
Get in touch with us, guys.
We are always available.
We are available.
Our teams are always ready on hand to help you, get your achievement done.
Easy peasy.
That's it for period.
All right, now thank you so much for your time. What else?
What do you have for this week?
This week. I don't know. This week is just going to be a slow one for me, honestly. It's going to be a very slow one.
Why do you say so?
I'm working on some projects. I'm doing some personal stuff and the like. So yeah. And then this is my birthday week, but I'm not excited. I thought I was going to be excited.
No. Sorry, I don't want to hear about that.
That's the best.
I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to hear about that.
That's the best. Anyways, thank you. You asked me now. Should not
of course. I thought you were going to say that.
Thank you for joining us in our SoftGem pod.
I'm always here.
You guys don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you so much.
And also hit the like button, and see you some other time on probably on a different topic that probably we
Yeah.
That'll be more interesting. And don't worry, we'll have you at heart. Keep updating you with more technology or what?
I don't know what you're saying.
We'll keep updating you with more information that has to do with technology and also has to do with how life has advanced to bigger space. All right, take care of yourself.